Well, welcome back. And in this story titled Nyaya Nirnayaha. Nirnayaha means decision. Nyaya means justice. Nyaya Nirnayaha means deciding that judgment. So the proper way of judging, that is Nyaya Nirnayaha, to deliver the justice, like that. धवलगिरी नामकं राज्यं धर्मपालः नाम राजा पूर्वं पालयति स्म. So earlier, long back, Dharmapala, in that name, a king was ruling Dhavalagiri place, a desha. Dana Dharma Palana Adishu. Dana Dharma Palana Adishu Saha Advitiyaha Asit. Advitiyaha means he is no second. There is no second person comparable to this Dharmapala in doing dana, charity, dharma, righteous way, dharma palanam, and all other activities. Nyaya Nirnaya Samaye Saha Swapara Bhedam Dhanika Nirdhana Bhedam Uchanicha Bhedam Vana Ganayati Sma. That king Dharmapalaha Nyaya Nirnayana Samaye. Nyaya Nirnaya Samaye means at the time of giving judgment. Swapara Bhedam means my people, other people, like that. He is not having any bias. Dhanika Nirdhana Bhedam. So the rich people, poor people, like that, he is not having bias. Uchanicha Bhedam means he is of higher, he is of lower, like that. Maybe quality, caste, sharma, this ashrama, whatever may be. He was not having any bias. Nyaya Vishe Sarve Samanaha iti tasya bhavana asit. So, in the moment of justice, everybody is equal. Samana means equal. Yadi kaschit anyasya dhanam apaharet, tarhi saha anyaha dhanapahartuhu dhanam apahartum arhati sma. So this was the way in his country the justice was given. Yadi kaschit anyasya dhanam apaharet. If someone steals somebody's money, tarhi, then saha anyaha dhana apahartuhu. Dhana apahartuhu means of apaharta means a person who steals somebody's money. Dhana apaharta is rikaranda shabdaha. So apahartuhu is shashti ekavachanam. One who steals somebody's money is dhana apaharta. Tasya dhanam, the money of a person who loots others' money, apahartum, to steal, arhati sma. So, if a person steals money from someone, then some other people can steal the money from that person. That is the meaning of the sentence. Yaha anyasya angachedam karoti. One who cuts somebody's body part. Tasya angam chetum arhati sma anyaha. Then some other person cut his body. Yeshaha nyayakramaha tasmin rajye purvakalat anuvartate sma. And this procedure of justice was in that country for a long time. Sarvaihi janaihi yeshaha kramaha angikritaha asitapi. And this particular method of justice is accepted by the whole country. अतः कृतस्य प्रतीकार स्वीकारः न्यायसम्मतः इति भाव्यते स्म तत्र. So pratikara svikaraha means taking revenge. Nyaya sammataha, it is according to the justice. So it is like tit for tat. That is okay in that country. If I enter your house and loot, then someone can enter my house and loot. Like that, this way, pratikara svikaraha nyaya sammataha iti bhavyate sma tatra. So in that country, everybody believes to take revenge or to act like the way they acted is right in that country. तस्मिन् राज्ये न्यायः कठोरतया पाल्यते स्म इत्यतः दण्डभीतिः सर्वेषु आसीत्. And because of this, everybody was having the fear of punishment also, because the justice is very strict way it is followed. अतः अपराधः अपि विरलतया एव प्रचलति स्म. So because of this way of justice in that country, the crimes were also less, because nobody will loot, then somebody will loot him. Nobody will beat, then somebody can beat him, like that. एवं न्याय निर्णय क्रमः तत् राज्यं समीचीने मार्गे नयति स्म. So like this, this particular way of giving justice in that country, it was taking the country in a proper way. Kadachit Rajasabha pravartamana asit. Once there was some assembly proceedings going on. Raja Simhasane Upavishtaha asit. And the Raja was seated on the throne. Mantri Senapati Prabhuddhayaha Yathochite Sthane Upavishtavantaha asan. So Mantri, chief of the military and other people, they were seated in proper chair. Yatha Uchita means according to the designated places. Like even today we see in parliament, everybody sits in their designated places. Kasminchit Vishaye Charcha Prachalanti Asit. And there was some discussion in the assembly on some matter. Tada Kaschana Sarpaha Akasmat Rajasabham Pravishat. Then some snake it entered suddenly in the Rajya Sabha. Sarpadarshanath sarve bhitaha. Immediately by looking at that snake, everybody became feared. Kechana sarpasya maranartham udyuktaha abhavan. And some people tried to kill that snake. Atrantare Yuvarajaha jhatiti asanat utthaya khatgena tam sarpam didha chinnavan. So the prince immediately he got up from his chair and cut that snake into two pieces. Evam chede krite api saha chinnardha bhagaha sarpaha. Chinna ardha bhagaha. Even it was cut like that, the half of that cut part ततः महता कष्टेन मंदम सर्पन्ने स्ववासस्थानं वल्मीकं प्राविशत्. So even though it was cut into two pieces, somehow it tried with difficulty to reach its place. And the snake entered the Valmiki. Valmika means that ant hill. Valmike Sarpini Asi. Sarpini means lady snake. So in the place of the snake, the lady snake was there. Sarpaha Patnim Sarpinim Avadat. And the snake told to the wife, Itastataha Sancharan Aham Ajnana Vashat Rajasabham. So we can see here somebody is sleeping and the snake is there. Okay. Pravishtavan. So the snake is telling to the wife, going here and there, somehow I entered the Rajya Sabha by mistake. Tada Yuvarajaha Khadgena mama chede kurvan yatadrishim sthitim prapitavan. So the prince cut me into two pieces and created this condition. Yatasya rajyasya nyaya nirnaya kramam bhavati janati. You know the way of justice, the procedure for justice in this country. Aparadhi putraha chedavi raja nyaya nirnaye anauchityam tu na acharati. So the king never faults even in the matter of delivering justice, even if the culprit is the son. Ata bhavati gatva rajanam nyaya nirnayartham nivedayatu. So you go and meet the king and pray for justice. Tataha yuvarajam damštva marayatu cha. Damštva means by biting. Then you bite the prince and kill him. Yatavata eva tasya pranotkrama kalaha asannaha. Prana Utkramana Kalaha Asannaha. So, like nowadays we see in cinema, So whenever somebody is attacked and they are going to die, they speak something, they say something, and they died. Like that. Like that, this Sarpa, it said all this to the Sarpini, and Pranotkramana Kalaha Asannaha. Its time came for to die. Sarpaha tatraiva patitaha sanne kshanabhyantare pranaihi viyuktaha abhavat. And the snake there itself lost its life. Sarpini Ratrau Rajabhavanam Pravishtavate. And the lady snake, it entered the palace in the night. Kathamapi Yuvarajasya Prakoshtam Pravishtavati sa. And the snake somehow entered so we saw in the picture, it entered in the bedroom of the prince. Gabhira Nidrayam Magnam Yuvarajam Sash Sharirena Avrtaha Sthitavati sa. Gabhira Nidrayam Magnam means in a deep sleep. The Yuvarajam, the prince who is engaged in a deep sleep, so Sharirena Avritya. Avritya means covering. Like in the body of the that Yuvaraja, that prince, the snake rolled around. So Sthitavati saw, like that it remained. So that when somebody cut, then it will attack the king also, like that. Sarpa Sparshataha Yuvarajaha Jagaritaha. And because of the touch of that snake, that prince got up. Sarpam drishtva nitaram bhitaha saha kampamanaha uchchaihi akrantanam kritavan. So naturally, after seeing the snake, he loudly cried. Yuvarajasya akrantanam shrutva dasadasyaha tatra upasthitaha. So these attendants, they all came there, listening to the sound of the prince. Sarpini katham maraniya iti kenapi nanyatam. How to kill that snake like that? It was not known to anyone. यदि सर्पिण्याः मारणार्थं प्रयत्नः क्रियेत तर्हि राजकुमारस्य व्रणः भवेत् इति सर्वेषां भीतिः. Because the snake is around the body of that king, king's son, Yuvaraja, the prince. So if we try to attack the snake, then that the Yuvaraja's body also get attacked. So he will get injury. Like that all were fearing. Ataha kim karaniyam iti ajanantaha sarve maunam sthitavantaha asan. So not knowing what to do, everybody were silent. Tada Sarpini Uktavati. Then that snake started speaking. Yadi bhavatsu kaschit mama maranartham prayatnam kuryat tarhi aham rajakumaram dashayam. If anyone try to attack me, then I shall bite the prince. Ataha prathamam bhavantaha itaha gatva maharajam ahvayantu. So first you all go to the king and call him here. Nyaya Nirnayah bhavatu atraiva iti. Let the justice be delivered here itself, like that. Achirat Raja Tatra Agataha. Quickly the king came there. Sarpini Patyuhu Maranam Rajanam Nivetya Uttavati. Then the lady snake told about how that husband snake was killed by the Yuvaraja, prince. And she asked for justice. Mama patihi kasyapi apakaram na kritavan. So he didn't harm anybody. My husband didn't harm anyone. Margad bhrashtaha sanne saha rajasabham pravishtavan. Forgetting his way, he entered the assembly. Yetadartham yuvarajaha tam maritavane mamcha vidhavam kritavan. So for this, the prince, he killed the snake and made me widow. Ataha ahamapi yuvarajam dashanti tasya patni me vidhavam karishyami iti. So I will also bite the Yuvaraja, the prince, and I will make the wife of Yuvaraja widow, because that is how the justice were going on in that country, like a tit for tat style. Sarpinyaha vachanam shrutva raja vyakula chittaha jataha. So listening to this, the king became worried. Vyakula chittaha means confused mind. He is correct. The judge is to be delivered in a right way. That is how for many years in that country it is going on. And what is demanded by is correct. But at the same time, the king cannot lose his son also. Who is going to be the future king. निरपराधस्य सर्पस्य मारणं यत् कृतं तदर्थं न्यायशास्त्रस्य अनुगुणं युवराजेन दण्डनम् अनुभोक्तव्यम् एव. So according to the Nyaya Shastra, by the prince, the punishment is to be underwent. किन्तु एकमात्रस्य पुत्रस्य दण्डनं कथं स्यात्? Then how can I punish one and only son? अत्र कः उपायः? What is the solution? Upayaha means what is the solution in this situation? Iti Baudha Chintanam Kritavan Raja. Like that, the king thought in so many methods. Ananyopayaha saha nyayadhikarinav anayitavan. Then he called uh, the judges, nyayadhikarinav. Rajasthanam agatau tau sarpasya vachanam shrutavantam. So they came to the king's palace and they listened to that lady snake. Anantaram yekaha nyayadhikari bhuktava. Then one of the judge told, Prabho, asmakam rajye kritasya pratikaraha karaniyaha iti niyamaha palyamanaha asti. So in our country we are doing that revenge pratikara. That is how the judge is done. Justice is done in our country. युवराजः सर्पं मारितवान् इत्यतः एषा सर्पिणी विधवा जाता. Because the prince killed the snake, this lady snake became a widow. अतः एतां क्रियाम् अनुकुर्वन् सर्पः स्वपत्नी वैधव्यकारणस्य राजकुमारस्य पत्नीं विधवां कर्तुम् अर्हति इति. So the judge is telling, Yetam kriyam anukurvan means following this act of what is done by Yuvaraja. Yuvarajaha sarpam maritavan ityataha yesha sarpini vidava jata. Because the king's son Yuvarajaha, that is the prince, because the prince killed the husband of the snake, this snake became a widow. Similarly, etam kriyam anukurvan. So, strictly following this method, sarpaha swapatni vaidhavya karanasya rajakumarasya patnim vidhavam kartum arhati. So, patni vaidhavya karanasya rajakumarasya patnim. So the sarpaha, the snake, see, a male killed a male and the female became a widow. So the judge says, similarly, the male snake can kill the male and make the female of the human vidava. That is what is written here. Sarpaha swapatni vaidhavya karanasya rajakumarasya patnim. So patni vaidhavya karanasya, the reason of the widowness of the wife of that king, patnim vidhavam kartum, to make the prince's wife into a widow. Arhati, it is arhati means it is eligible. Tada ananga ana angikara purvakam shiraschalanti uktavati sarpini. Then that lady snake told in a anangikara purvakam means unacceptable way, shaking, nodding the head. Vichitraha nyaya nirnayah yeshaha. This is very peculiar. Mam vanchaitum yeshaha prayatnaha. And you are trying to do this justice to cheat me. Mritaha mama patihi katham va yuvaraja patnim vidhavam kuryat. How can my husband who died make the Yuvaraja's Patni as Vidava. See, now the justice is the snake made snake's wife widow. Similarly, the same male snake only can make the Yuvaraja's wife widow, not the female of that. Like that, this judgment is made, and that is objected by that snake. Katham va Yuvaraja patnim vidhavam kartum kuryat. How mritaha mama pati. My husband who died, how can she come and kill this Yuvaraja? That is the meaning. How can my dead husband make the wife of Yuvaraja as Vidava? That is the question. Mahati Vanchana Yesha. It is really a very great way of cheating. Yatasya uttaram kimapi vaktum ashaknuvan saha nyayadhikari maunam ashritavan. Then that Nyayadhikari silently he stayed, unable to give any answer. Tada paraha Nyayadhikari agre agatya uktava. Then it's like a two, we say, nowadays that two, that single bench judge, like it's two judges in one bench. The next judge came, Sarpinyaha tarkaha yuktaha eva asti. So the argument of Sarpini, that lady snake, is correct. Yadi sa Rajakumaram damstrum ichet tarhi tadapi yuktameva. And if she wants to bite the prince, then that is right also. Kintu atra anyaha kaschana dharma santeha mam badhate iti. But some other point of justice also. Dharma sandeha means some other way of delivering the justice. There is some question is to be answered. Badhate means something bothers me. Anantaram saha sarpinim prishtava. Then he asked that snake, Patse bhavatyaha kati apatyani iti. How many children you have? Like that. Pancha apatyani mama iti ashrupurna netra sarpini uktavati. So the snake told, I have 5 children. Tada Nyayadhikari uktavan. Then the Nyayadhikari told, Evam tarhi Rajakumara bhavatim panchaputra yuktam vidhavam kritavan. So then the prince made you as a widow of 5 child also. Yatasya pratikriya rupena yadi bhavati. So if you want to take revenge for this in the prince, Yuvaraja patnim panchaputra yuktam vidhavam kuryat tarihi tat nyayasammadam syat. Then in that case, you have to make the prince's wife also with 5 children as widow. Then only it is the right way of doing the justice. Nyaya sammatam syat. Then only it can be correct judgment. Like that this judge told. Yadi etasmat bhinnataya vyavaharam kuryat tarhi tat anuchitam bhavet tasya cha phalam ihaloke paraloke va anubhoktavyam syat iti. So the judge says, if etasmat bhinnataya vyavaharam kuryat, if we do the conduct in a different way from this, so you are a mother of 5 children and you are made widow. So now you can kill the prince whose wife is also having 5 children. Then only it is right judgment. If it is anything other than this, then it is anuchitam bhavet. It will be improper. Tasya cha phalam, and the result of such a adharma, unrighteous act, ihaloke paraloke va anubhoktavyam. So we have to experience the result of such an unrightful act in this world or in the other world. Yatat vachanam sarpini angikritavati. So the snake accepted this word of the judge. Tada nyayadhikari punaha uktava. Then that judge told, एवं तर्हि भवत्या कानिचन वर्षाणि यावत् प्रतीक्षा करणीया. Then you have to wait for some years. यतः इदानीं युवराजपत्नी पुत्रद्वयवती अस्ति. Because now that prince wife is having only 2 children. यदा सा पञ्चपुत्रवती भविष्यति तदा भवती युवराजं दंष्टुम् अर्हति इति. When she becomes wife, mother of 5 children, then you can bite her. तस्मिन् राज्ये न न्याय निर्णय क्रमः आसीत्. I'm sorry. तस्मिन् राज्ये यः न्याय निर्णय क्रमः आसीत् तदनुगुणम् एव आसीत् न्यायाधिकारिणः वचनम्. So the judge word is according to the way justice is done in that country. Ataha, because of that, ananya gatika sarpini nirnayam angikritya tataha gachanti rajanam uttavati. So that you can see in the picture that the snake is waiting in the bush under some flowers, and the prince is going with the wife and 2 children in the park. So Ananya Gatika Sarpini, that snake which became widow, not having any other option, this accepting this Angikritya, Nirnayam Angikritya, accepting this judgment, Tataha Gachanti Rajanam Muktavati, and going away from there, told the king, Yada Yuvaraja Patni Panchaputravati Bhavishyati Tada Bhavani Mam Suchayatu iti. So, O king, you inform me when that prince's wife gets 5 children. Yada Yuvaraja Patni Panchaputravati, when this prince wife became 5 sons mother, Bhavishyat, when she will become mother of 5 children, Tada Maharajaha Avashyam Suchayishyati Yena Bhavati Pratikara Sadhanartham Avakasham Prapniyat. So surely you will be informed when the prince's wife become mother of 5 child. Dharmamurti Maharajaha Vachanabhangam Kadapi na karishyati. And Dharmamurti means the king is the idol of the righteous conduct. Murti here means that statue, like a statue. Ramamurti means Ramasya Vigraham, Ramamurti. Like in Rama Mandira, we installed a Murti, that is idol. So the king is idol of righteous conduct, and he will never break his word. Vachana Bhangam means to break one's word. Tathapi yadi saha kathamapi vismaret tarihi न्याय विभागीयाः वयं स्मारयिष्यामः इति आश्वासनं दत्तवान् न्यायाधिकारी. So the judge given assurance to the snake. The king will never break his word. Even if he breaks, then as judge, we will remind him about his duties. Etat anantaram yuvarajapatnya kimapi apatyam na praptam. So after this, the prince's wife didn't get any children. Sarpini tu yuvarajasya dashanartham avakasham pratikshamana stitavati. And the snake was waiting for to bite the wife of the prince. Yada yada rajakumaraha saparivaram udyanam agachanti tada sarvada sarpini valmikat bahihi agatya युवराजस्य पुत्रान् गणयन्ति पंचसंख्याकत्वम् अपश्यन्ति निराशया प्रतिगच्छति स्म. So yada yada Rajakumaraha saparivaram, along with his family members, whenever the king, Rajakumara means the king's son, Udyanam agachati, when he comes to garden, tada sarvada sarpini valmikat bahihi agatya. Then the snake having come out of the anthill, Yuvarajasya putrani ganayanti, counting the sons of Yuvaraja, panchasankhya apashyanti, and not finding 5 numbers of children, nirashaya pratigachati sma. So nirasha means in a tone of failure, means unhappily, nirasha, without achieving the goal, she goes back. Kalaha gataha. And time passed by. Kintu yuvarajasya apatyani punahana utpannani. So even after passing time, the prince didn't have any more children. Pratikara, uh, pratikara agnihi, pratikaraagnihi sarpanyaha manasi jwalati sma. Pratikara means that revenge. Agni means fire. The fire to take revenge was growing or glowing in the mind of that. Many people we can see, the people who want to take revenge, they always remember that. Even for so many years after, they want to do that. So that pratikar agni, it may be glowing very strongly in somebody's mind. किंतु तम अग्निम निवारयितुम मार्गम अपश्यन्ति सा कदाचित् परलोकम गतवती. And unable to know how to solve that agni. Nivarayatum means to remove or to shama, to cool that fire of anger, to take revenge, not knowing how it can be. The snake died. Kadachit paralokam gatavati means with that mind only the snake died. That is how the Shastram says. Like these people with a different mind, they die and they come up in some other janma and they do some other activity like that. Anyway, these all stories are making us to give some knowledge with the idea that how we should face life at the different stages. Okay, in young age, when we are in office and all, we behaved something different. But once we come into that group of senior citizen lifestyle, then totally we should be in the style of that ashrama style as mentioned in Veda Shastra, like brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha. So in the vanaprastha ashrama style, if we start living, then everything will be fine. Okay. Hope you liked this story and I will come up in some other new story. Take care. Bye-bye.